Don't go after people with your fucking mouth and a pencil and destroy people's lives. Because I gotta tell the truth. I gotta tell the truth.
So
I don't want to be a fake or a phony. I don't give a fuck what people think or don't think. They think one thing. I tell the truth.
I always thought it was critical in solving crime, whether it's the mafia or you got to think like a criminal.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about Sammy Gravano against Rudy Giuliani and the big rivalry they had going on. I don't know why, because Sammy jumped on Rudy's team. They're like teammates. I don't get it. Now, Sammy Gravano, there's going to be some things that are said in this interview that I'm going to play for you guys where he said he loves the FBI. It's crazy, but he wants to be a gangster. Like, I think you got to pick one, right? I think he already picked his side on where he should be. He's team government. That's it. Scammy, 100%. Let me give a couple shout outs before we get started. Maureen, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Salvatore, what's good? William, Thomas, Bruno, James, how are you, man? Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. Great Jedi, what's good? Mike Rocky, Rah-Rah, Roy Cox, how are you? No relation to, what's his name? The other Cox. Vegas Pete, what's up, man? We're getting a lot of people in the building. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thomas, Peter, what's good, man? So this show was supposed to start at 12:30, but I got some things I got to do. So I'm trying to get this done and handle my business. But I got to make another thing clear, because sometimes people in the comment section just don't get it. They don't get it. This show is for entertainment purposes only. It's pure satire. Like, we're having fun with it, you know? And if I'm not their opposition, then who's gonna be? Like, just let them say whatever they want, leave them alone? Nah, I don't think so. I'm not up here explaining how tough I am. I am not a gangster. I don't care about any of that shit. I don't need to explain how tough I am or what I'll do or any of that shit. These people explain their self. It's like they're begging you to believe them. And it's insane. I think the loudest one in the room is the weakest in the room. A lot of the time when it comes down to handling business. I've seen it. I've seen it happen in prison. I've seen it happen on the street. People that are all yapping and loudmouths, they usually get shut up pretty quick. And like, I don't wish harm on these people at all. Like, honestly, I hope they get their life together, move on. Like this shit with Gene. I don't want him to go to prison. I don't want bad things to happen to people. Hopefully he could get himself together and do great things. But I'm not the judge of that. I'm just here to cover stories. Now, if you want to explain how tough you are, that's cool. But I don't care, you know? You guys, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not scared of any of you fuckers. Like, So you guys got your little fan clubs, and that's okay. And if you guys want to subscribe to Patrick Beck David, go ahead. I think Patrick has a lot of really good things to say, and he's always grinding like me. So he's an inspiration for people to do the right thing. And that's what I'm about. I'm about going through some crazy shit in life and changing my life and helping other people and showing them that it's possible. I'm not trying to be up here and explain how gangster I am. I don't care about none of that shit. You know, these guys, they want to beg you to believe how gangster they are, but they couldn't be gangsters on the street. Now they want to be gangsters on YouTube, but that's okay because that's them. And but let's get down to business. Hit the like button before we get started. Now, this is Sammy Gravano versus Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani. They got some pretty strong words for each other. Let's take a listen.
Yesterday, he was committed. I get a call. I step out 3 or 4 times out of the restaurant. I go outside. Finally, his assistant gets me on the phone. Rudy wants to talk to you. Rudy and I had a 20-minute conversation. He said, I can't be there tomorrow. I said, why not, Rudy? He says, there's 2 people there. One of them, Michael. When Michael got out, I didn't think he was going to change his life. He says, the fact that Michael changed his life, I cannot believe it. It's a great testimony of a person that fully changed. He says, I never thought he would. He even said in the interview with Joe Pax, he didn't think the life was going to be changed.
Oh, but Sammy Gravano didn't change his life. He gets out of prison and goes sells ecstasy with his family. Gets his whole family jammed up. Now he wants to blame his family for getting him involved. But come on. He's the man of the house. He's supposed to, you know, be an example, shining example for his kids and his wife. But what happened? All came crumbling down. And I guarantee you these people are involved with some nefarious activities still. I believe it. And I got some information about some of these people that's going to shock you. And that's coming later in the week. Let's get back to the video.
He said, I can't be there tomorrow because of Sammy. I said, why not Sammy? He said, I wish I could have put Sammy in jail for 100 years. I said, you wish you could have put Sammy in jail for 100 years? He says, yes. He says, Michael got a second chance. He took advantage of it.
Look at the cat. The cat's even like, what the fuck? Look at these rats.
Sammy got a second chance, never took advantage of it. Says Sammy never changed.
And that's a true statement. Sammy has never changed. He gets out of prison. And look at Sammy's boiling right now. Fucking boiling.
Sammy's the same person today as he was before. He took 19 people's lives. He needed to do 100 years and be in jail, if not more. He says,
he's so mad. He's fucking touching his lip. He's like, his lips quiver and he can't even control. He's trying to hold his lip.
if I was, he says, the only room I'm willing to be in with Sammy is in a courtroom. His words.
Oh, he said the only room I'm willing to be in is a courtroom.
Yesterday, only room that I'm willing to be in is with. I would have liked to have him be here so you guys could talk, but he didn't want to do it. What do you say to him? And I understand the point where you say, hey, God, he found God, he changed his life, you know, whether he did or not in your eyes. To Rudy's eyes is, whether it's real or not, the man's moved on and is doing his own thing. What's wrong with that? What do you say to what Rudy said about you yesterday on the call?
Yeah, let's hear it, Sammy. We really are intrigued to know of how you feel about Rudy Giuliani saying he wants to put you in prison for 100 years. Does Gene go, woo, with Ric Flair's jewelry on? I don't know. I don't know. But I know some more information is going to be coming out about it. 100%. Definitely. He's dangerous, lubricated, and ready.
All I can tell Rudy is this. Now, if Rudy was coming here I would say, okay, explain the case.
All right, let's hear his how gangster Sammy still thinks he is, even though he's not in a crime family. He's not associated with any crime family. Oh wait, he's owned by the Aryan Brotherhood. Remember? He has the AB patch on him.
This is a courtroom, and you could put me away. Here's how you're gonna put me away, Rudy. Say what I don't want to hear. And I'm gonna go to prison for the rest of my fucking life. You put me away. But you're not gonna see it.
Oh, we got some big threats from Mr. Gravano here. He's basically implying that he's gonna what? Take Rudy out. That's what it sounds like. Baywatcher, how are you? Good Tuesday to you. Appreciate you. Gene gets his eyebrows waxed 100%. He gets it traded like a girl every week. He gets them treated every week.
You'll be the reason. If you that dedicated, then do it. Sit here. Try me. Sit here and do it.
Well, Lee Cole tried you. You didn't do shit to him. What happened, Sammy? Lee Cole went right to where you live at the storefront. Called your name. You came right over to the car. Your son took a swing at him. He dropped the phone under the seat. You remember that, Sammy? You had no, you weren't killing him then. What happened? You ain't gonna kill nothing, man. You ain't killing nothing, letting nothing die. Just like the rest of these guys. They're a bunch of fake gangsters. They couldn't make it on the street, so now they want to be gangsters on YouTube.
That's how you'll put me away.
When I interviewed assistant U.S. attorneys, particularly the ones I thought would be in the criminal division and could get in this kind of work, I would tell them, you know, you got to have you can't get frightened too easily because you're going to get a lot of threats.
Hey, it's true, too. They don't like it when they got opposition. They do not like it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not for Rudy Giuliani or the government or none of that shit. I'm for keeping your mouth shut when it's time to keep your mouth shut, and that's it. But I'm not a gangster. I wasn't in this life. I didn't take an oath like Sammy did and then betray the oath and then get out and pretend like you're still involved. You're not involved, Sammy. Let it go. Talk about your cooperation. That's what all your shows should be about, how you cooperated against John Gotti, how you betrayed the person that took you under his wing. That's what you should talk about. Same thing goes for all the rest of you. Gene Barillo, you should talk about how you cooperate against Ronnie One Arm, how you cooperated against Ronnie G. But no, instead you want to brag about how tough you are and all the violence you committed. Like that makes you look like some noble gangster or something. No, not at all. Makes you look like an idiot.
You get a lot of threats anyway, and most of them are just ridiculous. Giulio Gazia, Julie Peters was his AKA, which Vito's brother-in-law threatened to kill me on the witness stand, which of course was the best thing could ever happen because it got him convicted. He said, "I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch." I said, "Thank you," and I sat down.
Literally, this is what
Literally, he said, "I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch."
Like, hey, these guys are pretty bold. I give them that. They got some balls, you know?
I'll tell the judge and prosecutor to suck my dick like I've done before. Okay?
Okay? Yeah, I want to see him do that when he's confronted about the Ric Flair jewelry thing. I really would like to see that.
It's like the Few Good Men scene where it says you can't handle the truth.
And that I found out years later was a case that Vito allowed us to prosecute because he hated his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law was either cheating on or beating up his sister. And generally, they don't get involved in personal things, but this guy was so bad And he was also getting them in trouble by going too far as a loan shark. Like I said, smashing the guy's hands in, and another guy beat his girlfriend up, which the guy owed money, and instead of beating the guy up, this guy was in love. I mean, they were in the garment business. He was in love with this beautiful young model, and they completely disfigure her.
Oh, it sounds familiar.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in. You ruined it.
No, you can't lock the door, but he's gonna fix it for you. Oh wait, he's gonna fix you.
I mean, there's no reason to do that. Beat the guy up. You don't beat up the model. So he was having a lot of problems in the...
Hey, rah, thank you so much for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea. I appreciate the Gene is challenging Hogan for the title. I believe it. Listen, Gene put his hands on a made man. Put his hands on Ali Shades. Pistol whipped him. Ali Shades is a serious guy. Now, everyone knows the consequences for putting your hands on a made man, right? It doesn't matter if it happens right then or down the road. But the bills got to be paid. That's the bottom line. Like, some of these people, they just don't get it. Like, Gene's got a lot more problems than me talking a little bit on the internet. Trust me, trust that. Like, serious problems. He had to think for a second, if that counts as ratting. Pink Panther, what's up, man? Mickey Greggs, in my opinion, that Gene Barillo and Sammy the Bull just don't deserve tough guy patch. They are members of the Rat Gang, 100%, man. See No Evil, what's good? How are you? I'm having a hard day, terrible day. Reminding myself that my worst days are someone else's best days. And get back to work. Yeah, man, you gotta just think about other people, what other people are going through, you know? A lot of people are going through a lot of terrible shit right now in the world. And that's why I try to go and help, you know? I try to give back to the community instead of being a menace. I try to give back. Handing out hot meals to people, it makes me feel great. And I don't see these people doing anything, but I don't give a shit what they do. I know what I do, you know? I have kindness in my heart. These people think they're gangsters still. It's odd.
So it was really weird because here we have, this is when I was an assistant U.S. attorney. Here we have a relative of the top guy in the mafia. And these people are freely testifying. We didn't have to put them in the witness protection program. Wow. And I would ask the Bureau, and this is before the Bureau really knew that. This is in the 70s. It's weird. Why aren't these guys asking for protection? And there was a rumor then, I think Vito wants them prosecuted.
Listen, back in the day, they used to do that. They used to turn on each other, turn people in. I believe Al Capone got turned in by Lucky Luciano at that meeting in Atlantic City. There was a meeting there. I believe it's in that show, The Boardwalk Empire. Al Capone went to the meeting. He was pissed for some reason. I forget the details of the case, but I could probably find it and figure it out and do a show about it if you guys would like that. But so Al Capone went to this meeting and he was demanding different things. He wanted like certain area, whatever he wanted. And when he left the meeting, Lucky Luciano, these guys told on Al Capone. He got caught with a pistol in Philadelphia. And he went to prison for a year. So they got rid of their problem by telling on someone. And that's what they used to do. I mean, look at Whitey Bulger. He told on people to get him out of his way. He told on his rivals. Now, some people out there would think that that's not telling. It 100% is. What they think, because if you're not telling you're not telling on your own people, that's not telling. 100% it is. I mean, a rivalry is a rivalry. You don't go to the cops and have them taken out. That's fucking crazy.
Well, he got prosecuted, he went to jail. And then years later, when I did the entire investigation, they told me the whole story.
Why is Rudy Giuliani talking like Ted Kennedy now? Like Rudy Giuliani? Why is he talking like this now?
That Vito, because he was in the family, Vito didn't want to whack him. But he figured there are 5.
Hey, Rogue, what's up, man? Miles, how are you? He like baseball bat at Capone. I believe it. I really do. I believe he batted Capone. 100%. Look at this guy. He's a fucking maniac. I believe he pulled the baseball bat right out of his ass and baseball batted Capone severely. They called him Johnny Batters.
6 witnesses out there, loan shark victims, and they got visited and told to be perfectly fine if you go testify against them. We'll take care of it.
Hey, Yaz, what's up, man?
It's a strange group.
When you can carry fucking things around, vendettas towards people, and it's not just me. He does that with everything and everybody.
That cat is pissed. Sammy's got the cat pretty pissed. He's showing his fangs. Sammy's a despicable human being. And this information I have about Scammy, you guys are gonna love it.
He goes after fucking people all the time. Now, he's not going after people with a gun, but he's going after people to put them away in life.
And that's what you did to John Gotti, Sammy. So what's the difference? You are Rudy Giuliani. You work for the same team. Like, what don't people understand? Sammy Gravano, he's a cooperator. He'll tell on anybody. He doesn't care. He told on so many people, just like Mikey Scars, the wolf in sheep's clothing. Now he wants to come on here. No excuses. But you had a huge excuse when you cooperated. They're stealing my money, right? That's the reason you cooperated, right? You didn't cooperate when they killed your brother, but you cooperate when they steal your money. So what's more important to you, Mikey Scars? Now he's got this guy, RJ, thinking he can trust them. You can't trust these fucking people. They betrayed their own friends. They'll betray anybody around them in a heartbeat. You think they're gonna be loyal after they did that shit? Hell no. But keep thinking that, yeah.
Criminals.
Criminals, anybody. He's fucking fighting now for Trump. He's not fighting criminals. He's fighting people in the Democratic Party. He's trying to make up things. He ran to Russia to go get things, to put people in prison. That's what he did. He didn't go with a gun.
Sammy, I gotta disagree with you there.
Yeah, Scars would steal RJ's lunch money, 100%. It was despicable. During Christmas time, Mikey Scars bought RJ a watch, and he's like, I really value this. I value our friendship, right? How many watches did you buy your crew, Mikey Scars? How many watches did you buy Gotti Jr. and the rest of the guys? I'm just curious. There's no loyalty with these people. They are only loyal to money and themselves. That's it. No one else. So if you think they're loyal to you, you need your head examined.
Stick up for the Democratic Party right now?
I'm not sticking up for, I'm not sticking up for the Democratic.
Look at him stutter. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm sticking up. Are you with Biden? Are you riding Biden's back, Scammy?
He's not fighting criminals. He's fighting people in the Democratic Party. He's trying to make up things. He ran to Russia to go get things to put people in prison. That's what he did. He didn't go with a gun.
Sammy, I gotta disagree with you there. You wanna stick up for the Democratic Party right now?
I'm not sticking up for. I'm not sticking up for the Democratic
I'm not just saying.
Party. I'm saying what this guy does. I don't care about any party right now. I do. Maybe down the road we'll talk about parties. I do care about parties and things going on, like I did with Governor Cuomo when we talked.
And people watch Sammy Gravano, right? And they look like idolize this guy. He's a no good, despicable human being. That's all he should be known for, is telling on John Gotti. Nothing else. And putting his family in prison with an ecstasy ring. Nothing else. He was the man of the house, and he kept going. He didn't stop his son from dealing drugs. He didn't care. He got involved. So what kind of person is Sammy Gravano?
Him? Don't go after people with your fucking mouth and a pencil and destroy people's lives.
That's his job, though.
That's
What, your life? Your rat living life? Hey, Buffalo Bill, how are you? Rogue, Maureen, Raekwon, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
not his job. It was his job when he was a prosecutor. It's not his fucking job now. He's still doing that thing and making statements like.
Listen, your job was a gangster until you cooperated, Sammy. So cut the fucking act. Same thing with all you guys. Cut your fucking acts, man. You're not gangsters. Stop coming on here and acting like you're gangsters. Stop trying to explain how tough you are. No one cares.
I'm not.
And I don't give a fuck what his job is. My job was to be in the mafia and do what I did. You could say the same thing, Patrick. You could say that was Sammy's job.
Sure. Yeah, but you can respect his job. That when he was there, he was able to clean the streets with a lot of people that feared.
I respect Frank and Maddie, George Gabriel, people
Listen to who he respects. It's quite funny.
in the FBI. I still
What?
talk to them. I'm friends with them. They don't carry fucking vendettas around for people. What I did helped the government in a tremendous way.
Yeah, so why are you acting like you're a gangster still? I'm just confused. Very confused.
They feel that everything that went on, and I changed my life. I got a parole officer.
Well, if you change your life, how come you didn't tell the truth about Alan Kaiser, Sammy? How come you lied about killing this kid and blamed it on your friend? Explain that. I really would like to know. It wasn't Sammy Gravano with John Gotti. It was this guy. He was the top hitman for the Gambino family. And now he's still the top hitman for the YouTube family. Baseball bat Johnny. And then you got this guy. Very dangerous individual. Keep your ears and eyes open. Because he's a hungry fella. But don't worry, he'll be taking a visit pretty soon to the Florida Department of Corrections for stealing Ric Flair's fucking jewelry. And I think it's his own fucking fault.
Who was very, very good with me. Very good.
I believe Sammy's changed his life now, but I want to get back to when we were involved in that life, Sam. We're not normal. We're not normal.
He is a complete fool. Aletto only hit his wife. Woman beat her. Yeah, What about the other guy? What about Barillo? He is a constant. He's a whatever they call that, consistent. He's pretty consistent at what he does. Hey, Saudia, how are you? Thanks for joining me this afternoon. They should get a big mansion and all hang out together. That's what they should do.
Normal people don't do what we did. Cosa Nostra is not a normal lifestyle in any way.
No, of course it's not normal.
Okay, so that was
Of
my
course
point.
it's not normal.
We weren't
But
normal.
Listen, it's the whole world, for that matter, is really not that normal. There's governors, there's senators, there's congressmen.
We're not.
Well, you can't pick a group.
We're talking-
That's what Joe Colombo fought for. You can't point a group and say, this is not normal.
Sammy, we were criminals, Sammy.
So a lot of people did things.
We were.
He's trying to justify it. Sammy's trying to justify it. And then he wants to justify cooperating against John Gotti. There is no justification. He's like, oh, John was going to throw me under the bus. Well, you were a psychopath killer. It was true. Like, it was true. You should have been in prison for the rest of his life instead of John Gotti. You're the one that was killing people, taking over their businesses, not John Gotti.
I'm putting myself in the same category. We were criminals. We took an oath to commit crime on a daily basis.
I didn't take an oath to commit crime.
You know what I'm saying, Cam.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I'm saying.
I didn't take an oath.
We didn't obey the law. We didn't give a damn.
You took an oath to not tell on your friends, no matter what.
About the law.
No.
If you give Sammy Gravano 3,000, he'll say I was a Gambino hitman. I'm sure he would. Throw him a little bit of coin. He'll say anybody's a fucking hitman. He did it for Tony Pizza, man. Come on. Habitual. That's what he is. Habitual. He's constantly doing something. Constantly. He'll never change. I don't think. That's my personal opinion. Hopefully he gets it together, but I doubt it.
The law didn't. It wasn't our law. We did what we
There's a
wanted
lot
to
of
do.
laws
That's
I
not
don't
normal.
give a damn about right now.
But that's not normal, Sammy. You don't take an oath.
Then maybe I'm not normal.
No, I'm not. I wasn't either.
I don't believe that they take laws and rules and regulations and it's
My
one thing
father.
like this guy goes around in his high horse and you don't want to.
But all the guys that you mentioned, Gotti, Persico, we're not normal, Sammy. You got to come to that conclusion. You're in that life. And
He fucking hates hearing this shit. He hates it. Look at the look on his face. Like he is he's boiling inside. His blood's like.
now, again, I'm not saying you.
Normal is a
in that
word. I
life.
don't know what normal means to you. I think I'm very, very normal.
Yeah, he's very normal. Just a question real quick. You guys think this is normal?
Little fucking midget mafia, Joey Molino got something to say about me. Joey, you're 4'2". I see you in Tampa, I'll slap you around. Okay, you're the boss of 3 guys, the Philadelphia Mafia. If you ask me to be a member in your family, I'd rather be a Latin king. Okay? Get lost, you're an active mob boss on YouTube, you're a fucking clown turd.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
You're a dirty hooer, that's what you are. Look, tell everybody how you fucked 100 guys. Tell everybody that on YouTube. Tell everybody that. Tell everybody you fucked your neighbor. Matter of fact, let me go talk to Andrew.
I know we have, I can't really get in touch with you, so the bullshit we going through is fucking stupid as fighting.
You want to play games? I'm stabbing every single one of them. Let him cop you. Go. Watch.
To the door.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
And it never ends. And then the latest.
I'm gonna fucking murder you, bitch. You watch. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking scumbag. You do that to me. You're a fucking piece of shit, bro.
Because you're wearing Ric Flair's stolen jewelry and I told them?
That's not. You're a
It
fucking
is.
piece of shit, bro. You're a fucking piece
So
of
now
shit.
you're threatening to murder me.
You're a fucking piece of shit. I did that to you. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
What's wrong with you, bro? Huh? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? He don't like when people cooperate against him, huh? That's too fucking bad, Barillo.
I love people.
Sammy,
I care about
Sammy,
people.
when we kill
I talk
people,
to people.
when we
maybe
kill
you're
people-
not normal. Maybe you don't love Maybe you don't feel
Sammy,
feelings.
I got 7 children and grandchildren and a wife that
That's
I'm married to
banging.
for
That's not
37.
low.
That's banging?
Yeah, you got.
This guy's a fucking Sammy is an idiot, complete and utter idiot. Like, there's no other word for it. He is trash, the bottom of the barrel. If there was a barrel, cut the bottom out because he's below that.
Don't tell me how many kids you got.
I love my children.
That's a whole other story.
I love my grandchildren.
Of course.
I love my wife.
So that's normal.
That's normal.
You're not abnormal.
No, you're not listening. I said when we were part of that life, we're not normal. You don't kill people in a normal. You go to. They teach police to kill criminals. They teach young kids to go into the service to kill the enemy. That's normal.
To kill criminals. That's a normal to you. That's normal.
In society, it's normal. It's law and order. You have laws and you got to enforce the laws. So that's.
Sammy's just an idiot. He just doesn't get it, and he never will. That's why he went back to prison for so long.
That's normal. I'm not saying I
when
would
a
be
kid
part
is
of it,
running
but
away,
it's normal.
when a kid is running away, and you shoot him fucking 14 times. What is that?
Yeah, Sammy likes him young. Definitely does. Now he's messing around with that young girl he's with. The diaper sniper. It's crazy. Look at this one. Grandpa's got a new doll. Action figure Johnny. Action figure. The Rampers and Pampers.
I mean, I'm not. That's normal. Don't take an interview. No, but if somebody's coming in to rob your house with a gun and a cop shoots him, that's
No.
That's
I'm talking about a kid running away. There's been 100 of them. There's riots every fucking day about people. That's not normal.
Sammy, do you mean to tell me that as members of Cosa Nostra, we took an oath, okay, to kill if we had to, for our own purposes? We don't.
He is. Michael's such a do-gooder. Another rat. My father. You should be saying my stepfather, because he's not your father. Listen, I grew up without a father too. I don't claim my stepfather as my real father because he has a name. Like, come on, man.
I don't like this guy. You said it 20 times. And I'm the same thing. Somebody gives me an order to go kill somebody. I don't even know the guy. I got to kill him. That's not normal. It's not, Sammy. We weren't normal when we were a part of that life. Now, you got your life straightened out. You're in a different place. That's normal.
Yeah, Sammy and his girlfriend have something in common. They're both in diapers.
Trying to change and get into a normal
So you
existence.
can't kill them.
Huh?
You can't kill them.
Somebody comes after my family, I'll do what I have to do.
That's not normal. Go to the police.
That's not normal. Like, Sammy's trying to justify this shit, like, to the highest degree. Like, he can't just be like, oh, it's normal. He needs to justify his actions. The same way he explains, oh, ecstasy is not a drug. That's not a drug. It's 100% a drug. People die from ecstasy. 100% a drug. Michael is a tough guy now, yeah. Did you ever hear what Sammy said when a kid running away to shoot him 14 times? Is that normal? In the back? Terrible. Rest in peace to Alan Kaiser. Sammy will never change. Rest in peace to this kid that didn't even have a chance at life because of Sammy Gravano, the diaper sniper. I'm telling you, his karma's going to come, whether it's in this life or the next. But he will get his karma.
Well, then maybe I'm still not normal. Maybe when it comes to that, I'm still not
What's the
normal.
debate right now?
I don't even know.
Yeah, so let's go back.
What I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
What's the debate right now? It's normal and not normal.
We can't defend, you can't come into that life and say you're living a normal life. It's abnormal.
No, but I think I want to go back to what you know, the talking about Rudy, Sammy, you know, as
Yo, listen, I got something for that debate. Listen, if you're growing up in that neighborhood and you're affiliated and you're involved in that life, that's normal. That's a normal life to someone who's there. So I don't know what the fuck they're arguing about. To someone who grew up around that shit and they're involved, that's normal. To cooperate against your friends, that's not normal. Like, these people, they're so delusional. It's insane. Jose, what's good, man? Thanks for joining me. Shout out to Jose. Jose's definitely not normal. Vegas Pete, what's up, man? Ecstasy is an amphetamine, Sammy.
whose job was, I mean, you look at what we have right now in New York, COVID hits, every country in the world, crime goes down. New York City, crime is up. And they said it's because of COVID. How the hell is crime up? People are at home.
What's up? Vegas Pete, what's up, man? Salvatore, Michael, and his face. His faith is the biggest con on the internet, all done to mask him so he can appeal to the masses as a public figure and sell his pizza, his books, pizza, and his wine. I believe the same thing, man. He's using that as a cover so he can appeal to the masses. Man, it's perfectly said. Perfectly said. Yeah, Scammy and Gene are basically the same person. Let me explain how tough I am. If you don't believe me or you're not afraid of me, I'm going to freak out on you. Guess what? Still don't believe you.
LA, crime is up. De Blasio is not handling New York the way he did. You have Giuliani who came in and he cleaned house. But if you look at, if you take Giuliani out, one of the things that a lot of people give him credit for is forget what he and Trump went through during his time in the 80s, what he did. A lot of millions of people in New York are grateful for the fact that the guy.
Yeah, what about Areola? Talks these guys into killing somebody and then they rats on them. Areola is a despicable human being. Very despicable. Where's he been at?
And he cleaned the streets of New York.
I'm grateful that he cleaned the streets.
He's a great man.
You are.
As a great man, yeah.
Did you hear what he just said? He's grateful that Giuliani cleaned up the street as a great mayor. These guys, they'll tell you anything just to appease you. Real gangsters ain't discussing shit on YouTube. 100%. 100%. Yeah, real people who are really involved with that life are not coming on the internet talking about anything. And they'll never cooperate. They'll go to prison for the rest of their life. That's how it is. But these guys, they want to cooperate, put all that to the side, and then come on the internet and act like they're still these mafia hitmen. They're clowns. They're straight up clowns. Hootie is the biggest one, 100%. Honestly, I think Francis's channel, he gets his church members to subscribe and comment after comment is the same religious remark about him being blessed. Probably. These people are despicable human beings, especially to use, dude's name is a nipple, Areola. Yeah, that's his name. His first name's Harry. No, it's Anthony Areola.
So, okay.
I mean, he got rid of people, homeless people, different crimes. He's a good
Be
man.
on the rise,
He
yo.
did that. My hat's off to him. I don't dislike him. I didn't hate him. But when you come out with a big fucking vicious attitude towards things, there's no forgiveness in his heart. There's no human in him.
But I think
He's
you
a
guys
fucking
are.
machine.
I think you two are very similar.
Yeah, and that's why Sammy won't calm the fuck down and have a rational conversation about being normal. Because he thinks he's normal. He thinks it's normal to get your kids involved with fucking ecstasy and tell you it's not a drug. Is that normal, people? What's the matter, Whitey? Cat got your tongue? I paid a little visit to Whitey Bulger's grave, and I left him a Happy Meal. And I took the fucking toy. And we took the bun, because we know he likes the meat.
Well, good.
And let me explain it
Well,
was.
then he should come in a fucking room with me and talk to me, and let's see how we end up.
Similar in the following way.
see what
Similar
I'm
in the
saying?
following. You're when you say, "I'm a true La Cosa Nostra," you're
No, he's not. He's a true rat. He's a true La Cosa Nostra rat. How come you guys aren't understanding this? Patrick Bet David. Let me shake you. He's a true mafia rat. He's not in the mob. So why are you guys like acting like they're still involved? They destroyed people's families. And now they want to come on the internet and act like they're gangsters. And that's why I'm here. But if you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up my Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. I'm doing a lot of different things and I'm asking for funding for different projects. And there are some people out there who like say, oh, you're just jealous of them. Okay. I'm not in a competition with these scumbags. But anyway, just remember, don't be a bitch.